I'm Madam Joyce from Educare TZ. I'm teaching biology, and today I'll be with you to discuss the topic that is cytology, that is found in class level Form 5, whereby here we are going to deal with our subtopic, that is the type C of cell, whereby in the type of cell now we are discussing on the cell Z organelles. So we have to remind ourselves in order to have a good introduction in the today's lesson. That is, in the previous session, we terminate by looking on the organelle that is cytoskeleton. That is the first kind of cytoskeleton, that is microtubules and the microfilament. So we terminated by looking on the microfilament. So tulishia kwenye microfilament, tukaangalia na functions zake ndani ya seli and so on. So now let's finalize by looking on the another kind of cytoskeleton, and that is intermediate filament. It is called the intermediate filament. So what is it now? Here simply we can say that the intermediate filament, this structure are found between the microtubules and the microfilament. That's why here there is a term intermediate. So intermediate filament, hii ni structure ambayo inapatikana katikati, in between the microtubules and the microfilament. Ndipo ambapo tunapata hii intermediate filament. It acts as a junction. Simply you can say like that. It acts as a junction that connects between the microtubules and the microfilament. So now this intermediate filament, they provide a shape of cells and act as intercellular tendons, preventing extensive stretching of a cell. So the first function of this intermediate filament, it is the same that I've already explained to you. That is, it provides shape to a cell. So ile cell, for instance, maybe a white blood cell unaiona in that shape, or animal cell or a plant cell in that fixed shape is due to the presence of the intermediate filament. But also this intermediate filament, they act as intercellular tendons. They act as intercellular tendons so that it is tend to prevent the excessive stretching of a cell. So now, we have, the tendons, they are very important organ that is found within the living organism. And its role, is to prevent excessive stretching. So they are fiber-like structure. These fibers, they are there in order to prevent if there is excessive stretching of a cell, ili siweze sasa kupata na madhara yoyote. So this intermediate filament ndio ambayo sasa they act as intercellular tendon in order to prevent if there is excessive stretching of a cell, it will occur within a body of a living organism. But also after that are the functions that are simply only two functions of the intermediate filament that we have seen: to provide shape, but also we have seen that it acts as intercellular tendency in order to prevent excessive stretching. Remember, this excessive stretching, it most occurring during cell division. So this intermediate filament, they tend to prevent that excessive stretching of a cell. So that's all about the cytoskeleton. Huo ndio mwisho wa cytoskeleton, ambayo tuliona ya kwanza inaitwa microfilament, tukaja ya pili ambayo inaitwa microtubules, na hii ndio ya tatu ambayo tunaita intermediate filament. So now let's see another cell organelle which is found within the cytoplasm. And this this organelle, it is known as centriole. This organ, it is known as the centriole. So we have to know what is the centriole. So simply here we can say that the centriole is a cylindrical organelle found in animal cells, algal cells, and fungal cells, but not in the cells of higher plants. This centriole is a cylindrical organelle found in the animal cells, algal cells, and fungal cells, but not in the cells of higher plants. So centriole inapatikana kwenye animal cell, pia inapatikana kwenye algal cells, kwa maana kwamba kwenye algae. Those are the plants which are found within the water. But also they are found within the fungal, meaning that within the fungi, for instance in the mushroom and so on, they are found this is centriole. But here there is exception in the plant, that is in the higher plant you cannot find this centriole in higher plants. So now simply we can say that animal cells contain a pair of centriole in the cytoplasm, which usually lie at a right angle to each other close to the nuclear membrane. So ukiangalia ile structure ya animal cell, utaona pale after ile structure ya nucleus, kwa juu yake pale kuna centrioles. They lie in a right angle. Zilivyojipanga iko perpendicular to each other, that is in the right angle. So now in a cross section, each centriole is seen to contain 9 groups of microtubules with 3 tubules in each group. So ukiangalia ile structure ya centriole tunasema imetengenezwa na microtubules, ambapo sasa hizi microtubules zimejiarrange into 9 group, that is 9. So simply we can say that centriole, they are just 9 plus 3. So that is arrangement of centriole in animal cell. Remember, that is the arrangement of centriole in animal. It is quite different the arrangement of centriole that is found in the algal and in the fungi or in the fungal cell. It is quite different. So each centriole in its place inakuwa na different place. So now let's see this figure 1.18. So this one is the structure of the centriole, that is the side view, but also the side view. This one is the side view. So now you can see we have this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the 9. Ndio ambayo tumesema ni 9. But also here side view you can see there is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Na ndio maana tunasema ni 9 plus 3, kwa sababu tu ya ile arrangement yake inayoonekana kwenye top view, pia ukiangalia kwenye ile cross section. So that's all. So now centriole inakuwa na kazi gani sasa within the animal cell or within fungal cell or within algal cell? Inakuwa na kazi gani? So simply here we can say that during cell division, the centrioles divide and migrate chromosome into opposite poles of cells where they act as a focus for spindle formation. So hizi ambazo tunaziita centriole zinahusika kwa upana zaidi au kwa ukubwa zaidi kwenye process ya cell division, ambapo sasa hizi centriole tunasema kwamba zina divide. Zikisha divide zina migrate chromosome into opposite pole of the cell where they act as a focus for spindle formation. So hizi kwenye centriole ndipo ambapo spindle fibers they tend to attach itself. And remember, spindle fibers ndio ambayo inahusika ku align zile chromosomes in order for the process of cell division itokee kwa urahisi na kwa haraka zaidi. So that is all about the structure. That is inapatikana, tunasema kwamba ina tend to migrate the chromosome in the opposite pole of the cell where they act as the focus for the spindle formation. That is all. And Centrally also produce the basal bodies from which cilia and the flagella develop. Sasa ukija kuangalia for instance kwenye algal cell, that is algae, tunasema kwamba ile centrally ambayo inapatikana kwenye algal au kwenye fungal, tunasema kwamba ina tend to produce a basal bodies, ambapo sasa the presence of basal bodies within either in a algal cell or in a fungal cell, ndipo ambapo sasa ile cilia na flagella zina develop. Remember the function of cilia, just help in locomotion or movement from one place to another. So this central, it tend to provide the formation, or it tend to produce the basal bodies whereby the cilia and the flagella they develop. So my student, for more clarification on the functions of this central, I would like to invite you into the next part of this session. So thank you for listening.